Shadow puppetry is actually one of the oldest forms of storytelling in human history. It uses light, shadow, and movement to bring myths, legends, and folklore to life. Audiences are enchanted not just by the tale, but by the mystery created behind the screen. This art form exists in so many cultures across Asia, the Middle East, and Europe. Each region has its own style, materials, and narrative traditions, yet all share the core idea of using silhouette figures to create magic. In Indonesia, shadow puppetry is known as Wayang Kulit, and it holds deep spiritual and cultural meaning. The performances often tell stories from the Ramayana or Mahabharata. These epics are not just tales, they are moral guides and philosophical teachings. A Talung, or puppet master, manipulates the puppets while also narrating, singing, and voicing every character. The Talung is a respected figure, part artist, part philosopher, part priest. His role is crucial in keeping the story alive. Wayang Kulit puppets are intricately carved from water buffalo hide. They're painted in these really vivid colors and attached to buffalo horn handles. The detail in each puppet, it actually reflects the importance of every character. The screen, called Kelir, is made from white cotton, and a flickering oil lamp casts shadows. The audience sees the shadows on the screen, while the Talung sits behind it. The lamp, it symbolizes divine light, illuminating the battle between good and evil. In China, shadow puppetry dates back over 2,000 years. Chinese shadow puppets are more colorful and made of translucent leather. Performances include folk tales, operas, and stories of historical heroes. So, shadow puppetry in China was once banned during political shifts, but now it's actually making a revival. Artists are working really hard to keep this ancient craft alive, and schools and cultural centers are once again embracing it. In Turkey and Greece, Karagöz and Hacivat are, the comedic stars of shadow puppetry. These characters deliver satire, humor, and social commentary. The performances are lively and entertaining, and often improvisational too. Shadow puppetry has a spiritual and ceremonial dimension in many cultures. In Bali, performances can actually be part of religious rituals, like temple festivals or even funeral rites. It's believed that the shadows connect the physical world with the spirit world. The art of making shadow puppets is a sacred tradition passed down through generations. Crafting a puppet takes hours or even days of meticulous carving and painting. Each piece is infused with cultural significance. Performances are typically accompanied by traditional music. In Indonesia, the gamelan orchestra sets the rhythm and mood. The music, narration, and shadows form a trinity of immersive storytelling. One of the most magical aspects of shadow puppetry is its use of light. A single flame can cast a vast world of drama and emotion. The use of shadow makes the invisible visible, inviting imagination to fill in the blanks. So, shadow puppetry teaches moral lessons, explores spiritual themes, and, entertains across all ages. It's often used to transmit values, explain cosmic balance, or, even criticize political systems. Every shadow is more than just a shape. It's a message. Modern shadow puppetry, it really continues to evolve. Artists now use LED lights, projectors, and even digital screens. But while the tools change, the essence of storytelling, it totally remains. In India, Tholu Bommalata is Andhra Pradesh's leather shadow puppet tradition. These puppets can be up to 5 feet tall and are honestly vividly painted. They depict gods, demons, and celestial beings in Hindu mythology. So Thai shadow puppetry is known as Nang Talung or Nang Yai. Nang Yai puppets are, enormous and operated by multiple people. They are performed in royal ceremonies and festivals. In the Philippines, a lesser-known form of shadow play called Carillo was practiced during the Spanish colonial era. Paper puppets were moved behind screens by storytellers and community elders. The performances were often religious or moral in theme. Shadow puppetry's role in education should not be overlooked. In many societies, it was the first introduction to literature, ethics, and cosmology. Stories were passed down not through books, but through moving shadows. Children and adults alike are captivated by the transformation of flat figures into living characters. The illusion of movement is simple, but deeply effective. It's a perfect example of how limitation breeds creativity. Festivals around the world now celebrate shadow puppetry. From Wayang festivals in Indonesia to international puppet symposiums, the art form is gaining new life. Performers collaborate across cultures, blending traditional and contemporary techniques. Digital shadow puppetry has, found its way to YouTube theater productions and even classrooms. Artists are combining animation and shadow play to tell modern stories. This fusion really allows the ancient to meet the future. Shadow puppetry continues to be a symbol of resistance and resilience. During times of censorship, artists used shadow plays to speak in code. Shadows, in a way, gave voice to the silenced. Schools and art programs are introducing shadow puppetry to new generations. Children learn storytelling, craftsmanship, and performance. They also, gain respect for their cultural heritage. Shadow puppetry is more than entertainment. It's a bridge between the seen and unseen, the old and new. As long as there's light, there will be shadows. And as long as there are shadows, stories will live on.